Shalom. All praises to Yahweh. Bahashima Mashiach Yahweh Shah. This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of Saint Nicholas. Today we're going to get into the Hebrew Israelite Bradley family. All the Negroes with the surname Bradley in the Americas, Caribbean islands, Europe. And all the Negroes that scattered abroad with the surname Bradley, like Africa and Canada. Before you guys were slaves here in the Americas and the Caribbean islands, you guys was royalty in Europe. You guys was royalty in England, Ireland, and Scotland, which was once ruled by our last Negro king, King Charles and the Stuarts. King Charles Stuart II, the Black Boy King of England, 1630 to 1685. The word Stuart comes from the Old Nordish root swart, which means black. Stuart is the same word as swarthy, which means black in Old English. There was once a Stuart line of kings in England. To remind you, the Negroes, the Hebrews, we ruled the dark ages of Europe for 1,000 years, from 500 AD to 1500 AD. That was prophecy fulfilled in Revelations 20:6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shah, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. So from 500 AD to 1500 AD, we ruled with Christ. In the 1100 AD, we created and stamped these family surnames like Bradley as the Norman Barons.
My question is, who were the Normans in 1066? On to the next slide, please. And here are the Normans. Have they ever told you they were black?
Oh, stop it. You know I ain't got no hair to fall out.
Look, I have 1,000 of these images. Louis, Gaspard, Henri, Joseph, Maurice.
Did the Normans introduce surnames? Following the invasion and subsequent occupation of the Normans in England in 1066, hereditary surnames were to be introduced by Norman barons. Where does a surname originate from? Does surnames mean anything? A last name, also known as a family name or surname, is typically passed down from one generation to the next. Surnames can provide insight into a person's ancestry, cultural background, or geographic origins. To remind y'all, the Bradley family did not get caught in slavery in Africa. The Bradley family got caught in slavery in Europe as royals and nobles. In the 1500 AD and on, Revelations 20:7 happened. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. So when the Edomite wild man Caucasian Satan was let out of his prison, he put our families into captivity. House by house, family by family, and round by round. And Revelations 20:8 happened. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. So he deceived us, made us believe our Christ was white, our saints was white, and the bearers of our surnames, our forefathers, was white. Again, the Bradley family did not get caught in slavery in Africa. You guys got caught in slavery in Europe as royals and nobles, and became prisoners of war by Oliver Cromwell. And this is your history. The Bradley family, the Negroes, the Hebrews, before slavery, England, Ireland, and Scotland. The present generation of the Bradley family is only the most recent to bear a name that dates back to the ancient Anglo-Saxons. And we know Anglo-Saxon means angelic sons of Isaac, Jacob's father. Their name comes from having lived in Lincolnshire, where they held estates in the village and parish of Bradley, and from which they derived their family name. The name refers to the local broadly, meaning broad meadow, and for this there are many parishes, townships, hamlets with this name throughout England. However, the first record of the name appears in the poll tax records of Lincolnshire, where William D. Bradley was listed in 1170. The early origins of the Bradley family. The surname Bradley was first found in Lincolnshire. However, there are at least 15 parishes and towns that have Bradley as part of their name throughout Britain. Most are very small, but 3 of them date back to the Domesday Book of 1086. Bradley, Derbyshire, Bradley Maiden, Wiltshire, Bradley and Bradley in the Moors, Staffordshire. Bradley, we use Moors, come on now. A reference to the family in the township of Wiltshire and Lincolnshire was also found. This place appears to have been the property of Bradley and of the monks of Whalley. Early spelling of the family were very different than those in use today, as seen by early entries in the Hundreds Du Rums Roll of 1273. Robert D. Bradley, Cambridgeshire, and Bryce D. Bradley, Somerset. The Yorkshire poll tax rolls of 1379 also had early spelling. Williams Broadley, Agnes Broadley, and Agnes D. Bradley. Kirby's Quest List, Richard D. Bradley, Somerset, First Edward III, and Henry D. Bradley, Somerset, First Edward III, during the first year's reign of King Edward III. Further to the north in Scotland, the family hails from the land of Bradley and in the barony of Hawick, Roxburghshire, where John D. Bradley rendered homage at Berwick in 1291, and William D. Bradley of the county of Roxburgh rendered homage in 1296. The seal of William is a curious one, bearing a tree supported by 2 hares, the dexter, one beating a cymbal or drum, the sinister playing a pipe, bird and top, a dog coil at base, and legends, Will I. D. Bradley. And to remind y'all family, in 1291 and 1296, the Caucasians that stole the names Bradley, the surname Bradley, they was in the outskirts of Europe as wild men, and you could Google that information up by seeing their state of being by Googling wild men and Moors. The Bradley family, y'all history was not erased, it was stolen and then whitewashed. The Bradley family, you got family in the Americas, the Caribbean islands, Europe. It's about time that y'all gather yourselves together. Look into y'all notables in the house of names, in your coat of arms. Once y'all do that, y'all gather together as one family of Hebrew Israelites. Come back to the Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Keep the commandments and get your blessing. This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. I hope the Bradley family was edified. Shalom.